Hey there. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2024. I thought today is the perfect time, Monday, beginning of the week, January 1st, beginning of the year, to take a moment to step back before we look ahead, just to be in the moment and to take some inventory. Now, as I'm recording this, it's the new year, but there is no right or wrong time to do this. So if you're listening to it and it's not New Year's Day, no worries. This is going to be helpful and should be done really on a regular basis. So we're going to talk about limiting beliefs today, and we're going to sort of look into what's serving us, what's no longer serving us, and just kind of clear the palette so that we can move forward energetically the way that we want and create the lives that we deserve and the lives that we want and get to live. So we live in a world of metrics and standards. We have way more information available to us about what everybody else is doing than we can handle, making it very easy to subscribe to the belief that we aren't enough or that we can never measure up. It is as torturous as it is ubiquitous. We run ourselves ragged on the treadmill of life, work, and relationships, trying to prove our worth, hoping to bust through and finally arrive, to finally be enough. Although this kind of thinking may actually have served us once, it is highly possible, maybe even somewhat probable, that it has since become a limiting belief, a default way to inspire or motivate ourselves that just doesn't seem to be working anymore. No shaming here whatsoever. We all have had ideas and beliefs that we've adopted along the way that we never questioned, because either they helped us get somewhere, or maybe they protected us from something, or maybe they just hadn't been proven otherwise. I mean, there was a time when we all accepted that the world was flat. No pain, no gain might have been a mantra that helped you go the extra mile at some stage of your life or career, like when you were first developing your skills as a kid or a student, or very early in your career. How many of us pulled up our leg warmers to run the combination again to the tune of Debbie Allen's words in the movie Fame? Fame costs, and right here is where you start paying in sweat. Do you remember that? So why does it feel like it's all pain and no gain now? What's going on? So you tell yourself, if I just push a little harder, I'll achieve even more, thinking that that's what will take you to the next level. And so you do push harder, and you have achieved more, and yet you still feel that you are never enough. Sound familiar? Well, it's time to call out your limiting beliefs and create some new beliefs about ourselves that better serve who we are today. Let's break it down. Let's break it down a little bit. Ask yourself where this message of falling short is coming from. It's easy enough to blame the industry or the media or the world that we live in, or even blame others for making you feel this way. But once you own up to the fact that the message is actually coming from inside of you, we can then begin dismantling its destructive, counterproductive effects. Awareness around our abilities and gifts comes with a certain feeling of responsibility and draws us toward the desire to meet that duty and fulfill our potential so that we can use our gifts to make an impact during our limited time here on the planet. And so we drive ourselves forward to be better, work harder, to be more of who we know we can be. The awareness of our gifts is a gift itself, but it is here. It is here that we need to make the distinction between living up to our potential and being enough. It's the distinction between obligation and responsibility. Let's look at the definitions. So obligation is defined in the Collins Dictionary as something that is done or is to be done for such reasons as to fill one's obligations, a binding promise, contract, or sense of duty. While obligation does have the potential to get us to do things, it is limited and disconnected from our values or reasons that we do the things we do. Our why. We lose sight of our why when we feel obligated. Responsibility, on the other hand, is defined as the opportunity or ability to act independently and make decisions without authorization. It's agency, isn't it? When you are response-able, you take back your power to create the limitless life you want to lead. And you know what the opposite of obligation is? Freedom. Listen, I believe that we always do the very best we can in any given situation, any moment. I believe that nobody plays to lose, but it's really important to remember that just as no two moments are ever the same, our best does not always look the same. So why then? Why do we judge ourselves out of context? Why? Why do we do that? Self-judgment takes up energetic space. I'll say it again. Self-judgment takes up energetic space. It pulls focus from what we actually want to do and distracts us from accessing the energy that we need and want to perform, excel, or deliver and show up as our best. Our energy is sapped up by these unproductive notions and comparisons when we need it the most. Guys, we are not machines. There are so many things that affect our ability to achieve our highest potential in any given moment. These influencers are internal and external, and if we get curious and examine them, we'll provide clues for how to adjust course or set ourselves up for success in different situations. We're going to talk about this in another episode, but I just want to leave you with this thought, which is, at the end of the day, it's up to us. It's our responsibility to transform those limiting beliefs into limitless beliefs. Because you know what, guys? You can never have enough of what you don't really need. You guys, let's have a limitless life. Moment to moment. You've got this. Do your inventory, clean up the house, get rid of what's not serving you anymore, and let's go. Happy New Year, everyone. I'm Lisa Hopkins. Thanks so much for listening. Stay safe and healthy, and remember to live in the moment.